Good morning, Junior 4. Hope all of you are okay. Let's start to solve concept 1, lesson 6. Number 1, choose the correct answer. Amphibians live in ducts that suits its adaptation. Amphibians live in moist environment. Okay. Number 2, Stardiagma and salamanders. Both are reptiles. No. Both are amphibians. Also no. Stardiagma is one of the reptiles, but salamanders is one of the amphibians. Number 3 is amphibians have gills, not lungs, and they can respire through skin, then ducts. So if amphibians has gills only, so they can't live outside water. Like what? Like fish. But amphibians just has 2 lungs. Okay. Amphibians can take in oxygen gas from water only, air only, food and air, water and air. So it will be water and air. Amphibians can take oxygen from water through skin and take oxygen from air through 2 lungs. Okay. Number 5. In rainforests, we can find panther chameleon and Arctic fox, amphibians and fennec fox, Arctic fox and fennec fox, panther chameleon and amphibians. So it will be panther chameleon and amphibians because here Arctic fox في polar regions, fennec fox desert, Arctic fennec fox, Arctic fox in polar regions, but fennec fox in desert. Number 6, golden frog and polar bear both live in the same habitat. Of course, no. Both can breathe in water. Also, no. Both have the same body. Both are living organisms. So both are living organisms. 7. If the number of animal species become 0 due to several changes, natural habitat, these mean that this species become what Junior 4 become extinct. Once the number of animal species becomes 0, so this means that all of them no longer exist in the real life, so become extinct. Okay, but if the number of them become less or decrease by a large amount, so they become in danger. Okay. Number 8, both humans and amphibians breathe in oxygen. Which of the following sentence is correct? Both can breathe oxygen gas from air, human and amphibians. Both can take oxygen through skin, of course no. Human can breathe oxygen gas from water and air, no. Amphibians can breathe oxygen gas from water and the air, will be the correct answer. Number 9, blood vessels that carry oxygen gas in amphibians present in skin and digestive system, no. Lung and eyes, no. Digestive system and eyes, also no. So it will be skin and lungs. Number 10. Amphibians, lizards, trees, birds, fish, and human. Some of them need oxygen gas to respire. Some of them need carbon dioxide gas to respire. All of them need oxygen gas to respire. all of them need carbon dioxide gas to respire. So of course it will be all of them need oxygen gas to respire. All living organisms in Union 4 need oxygen to can respire and get out carbon dioxide, okay, except plants in the morning, of course, due to photosynthesis process, okay. So we can say some of animals or of living organisms need oxygen. All of living organisms need oxygen to respire, okay? Amphibians extract dots directly from water to obtain energy. So amphibians extract oxygen gas, okay? We said that we need oxygen and nutrients to can get energy. Number 12. To increase the number of an endangered species, you may have to introduce a new predator for this species, introduce a disease that causes death for this species, introduce a plant that causes harms for this species, introduce a new prey for this species. Of course, we don't need disease or a new predator, so we need introduce new prey to can increase, which means that we can provide these types of animals with food. If a pond where some frogs live is highly polluted with wastes and viruses, what you have to do to prevent these frogs? Fill in pond with sand, dry this pond from water, supply this pond with more oxygen, transfer these frogs to a clean. So transfer these frogs to clean because we can't supply with oxygen because it's polluted. So oxygen can't clean it. With sand, also sand can't clean it. Dry, so they will also dry. Die, I'm sorry. To help some green frogs to increase their ability to hide from their predators. He said green frogs, you can duck in their environment, cultivate more green plants, fill in the ponds with sand, transfer these frogs to a safe desert, transfer these frogs to a safe polar habitat. Here, he will depend on camouflage. He will depend on camouflage. So we need to match the colors with each other. So they are green, so we need to provide them with a green plants. But pond with sand will help them to do a camouflage. Transfer to desert, so they need to be sandy. Polar bear, so they need to be white. Okay. True, false. Put true or false. Amphibians includes frogs, start-agma, and salamanders. Of course, no, because the start-agma isn't considered as amphibians. Okay, a lizard, type of lizard. The natural habitat of amphibians is rainfall forest, while that of panther chameleon in desert. So no. Panther chameleon also rainforest. Okay, the number of amphibians increased in the last few years due to restoring of its ecosystem. For strong Arctic foxes and amphibians can found in the same habitat. Yes. Frogs have a small digestive system and they are small amphibians. It will be wrong. Not due to they are small. Okay. Number 6. Salamanders and fish can breathe in air through lungs. Of course not. Because fish depend on their gills. Okay. Number 7. In the habitat of amphibians, we can find some types of amphibians, so it will be correct. Let's start with number 8. Scientists try to save golden frogs as they are going to be extinct animal. Number 8, yes. So we started to study this lesson to can know how they can start to save these type of species because they are endangered. Amphibians may suffer from habitat loss or even die if its ecosystem is full of pollutions. Number 10, clean water and air are very important for digestion process. In amphibians, of course not, because these pollutions will clean water and air, not important for the digestion process, important for the respiration process. Number 11, you have to advise people to avoid throwing wastes in water ways to save amphibians' life. Of course, yes. So it will be 2. Okay, let's start with the scientific 2. Number 1, a species that includes frogs, toads, and salamanders, so it will be amphibians. The organ through which salamander can take in oxygen gas directly from water. So it will be skin. But if from air, it will be 2 lungs. A gas that is present in water and air and supply amphibians with energy, so it will be oxygen. The type of adaptation that allows frog to take in oxygen gas from water directly through the skin. Junior 4, now we have a keyword, type of adaptation. We just have 2 types, structural and behavioral. But here he is asking about the organs that allow amphibians to take or the way that allow frogs to take oxygen gas from water. So it will be structural adaptation because it's a structure or it's a formation. So it will be structural adaptation. Okay. After that, an organ that is responsible for breathing and contains little sacs in human frog scaled, so it will be lungs. As we said, organ and responsible for breathing. Number 6, an additional breathing property that amphibians have and not present in humans. It will be extraction of oxygen gas from water. It's something that's found in amphibians, but not found in what? Not found in the human. Okay. So amphibians and the human are common in take oxygen gas from air by using 2 lungs, but different in take oxygen gas from water. This is something additional for amphibians only. Okay. Concept 2, lesson 1. Let's start with it. Choose the correct answer. Number 1, the sensory organs of a dolphin help it to do all of the following except surviving, no, searching for food, no, they use their supersensory organs to search for the food and adapt. So surviving, no, searching for the food, no, protect itself under the water, also no, so it will searching for water. Okay. Number 2, to describe the delicious taste of a piece of chocolate, we should use the sense of course taste, because we have a keyword taste, so we will depend on the sense of taste by using the organ of tongue. To describe the color of your school bag, we need to describe the color, so it depends on your eyes and it depends on your sense of sight. Okay. Number 4. Which of the following senses we use during watching the film on the TV? We need sight and taste. No. Sight and smell. No. Hearing and touch. No. Sight and hearing. Yes, we need our eyes and our ears to can see and hear the movie. Okay. Number 5. The 5 senses of human includes sight, hearing, touch, smell, movement. No, movement isn't correct. Sight, movement, we said no. Taste, touch, movement, no. Sight, hear, taste, smell, and touch, yes. They are our 5 senses. To know if a cup of water is hot or cold, so we will make that by using what on your food, by using our hands, depending on the sense of touch. Okay. 7. We can distinguish between water and milk through, we have 2 options. Maybe by using the taste or by using our sight, because the water is colorless but milk is white. So we can use that or that, okay? If one of the beakers A and B contains sugar and the other contains salt, we can distinguish between them through the sense of, both of them will be colorless because the water is colorless and sugar white, salt white, both of them have the ability to dissolve with the water, so it will be 2 solutions colorless. So we need to taste to can distinguish between the salty taste and the sugary taste. Okay. Let's start with the true false. A human can identify music through ears because it is the organ of sight. No, because it's the organ of hearing. The Egyptian mongoose can communicate with its species by making specific sounds. We said yes. The sense of hearing of dolphins is stronger than human. Yes. We use our sense of smell to identify the color. No, we use the sense of sight to identify the color of flowers, but we use smell to identify the odor of the things, whatever, what are they. Skin helps human distinguish between the taste of differentiated types of food through the sense of touch. Of course, no, we can't use our touch to distinguish between or differentiate between types of food. We need our taste, and sometimes we can depend on the smell, but mainly taste, of course. Number 6, panther chameleon is one of the reptiles that use its tongue to taste the food. Will be correct. Let's continue. Number 7, the sense of smell is super in all animals. No, we said that some animals have super sensitive or super senses, okay, but not all animals. And we studied some examples of them. Write a scientific term. A property related to the bouncing back of sound to the dolphin when the sound wave hit objects underwater. Now we have a keyword Junior 4, bouncing back. We said that bouncing back is related to echolocation. Okay, number 2. Junior 4, you have to differentiate between 2, 3, 4, and 5. You have to differentiate between the organ and the sense. We said that we have 5 organs, like what? Organs like mouth, taste, nose, eye, ears, hands, and so on. All of them are considered, or all of them are organs, but senses like what? Like smell, taste, sight, hear, and touch. So when he asked about the organ used to differentiate between colors, so it will be eyes, not sight. Sight is the sense. If he replace organ with sense, the sense used to differentiate between different colors, it will be sight, correct. But here he is asking about organ Junior 4. So don't distribute between organ and sense, okay? Number 3, the organ used to differentiate between different types of food, so it will be tongue. Okay, not taste. Taste is the sense. The organ used to differentiate between different skins, and it will be nose, because he is asking about organ Junior 4, not sense. But number 5, the sense used to differentiate between smooth, and rough surface. So it will be touch. Why? Because he is asking about sense, not organ. Thank you, Junior 4. See you next time, inshallah.